Nice.
That'll do.
What's this room? Hey everyone, V here. You know, the voice in Kika's head. Shh, Kika's still asleep, so today I'm going to do this very quietly. This video is sponsored by Athletic Greens. So in an ideal world, I won't even be talking about this and everybody would have a healthy diet, but you know, it's not always possible. Especially if you travel a lot or you live in a sailboat or if you have kids and forget to eat. I mean, I don't really know how parents do it. But anyway, as you know, I live in Kika's head, so it's in my benefit that she gets all the nutritions and vitamins that her body and mine needs. And I know she's not going to do anything about it, so I decided to take the matters into my own hands. But I don't like to swallow pills. So every morning before she wakes up, I sneak out and I make myself a drink. So this is AG1. It's a nutritional drink that is packed with probiotics and enzymes and all that good stuff that's like really good for your immune system and it's supposed your energy in your guts. All I have to do is put some water. Shh. Shh. Okay. Kika has no clue why she feels so great when she wakes up in the morning. And if you want to give it a try, make sure to click on the link in the description below because with your first purchase, you'll get 1 multivitamin of D3K2, which is good stuff, and also 5 little travel packs, which is basically a miniature version of this. So yeah, I think Kika's waking up. I gotta go. Bye.
Oh man, that was a hard catch. How cool do you think it is? Like thermal in pants or thermal in fleece in pants?
Thermal in pants until the sun comes up.
Just thermal.
And then shorts and a t-shirt.
Good morning everyone. Today we are sailing out of Mallorca and we're sailing about 50 miles onto a beautiful harbor in Menorca. It should be a really nice downwind sail. The wind this morning is a bit light, but it should pick up throughout the day. It's also going to be a great opportunity to test what we got in the mail. So let's get on with it. One advantage about being med tie is that we can take off all the fenders first. I don't think we've ever done that before when we docked and undocked, and we always remove the fenders after we leave.
Is this the first time we've ever med-tied?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time we've ever med tied.
That's fun.
It's cool.
I'm going to go in reverse just a little bit. Yeah. And then I'm going to slip the 2 stern lines and let them sink. Yeah. And then you're going to slip the bow lines, probably starboard first, then port. All right, let it settle. All right, I'm gonna slip the stern lines. That's why I love electric. So easy to control, like the finite RPM. Free? All right. feel like that new Torque software update, it's gonna be nice. It's been a pleasant stopover here in Porto Cristo. It's a really cool little harbor, actually. Very small, very cheap in the off season. I think we're only spending about 20 euro a night to stay here, so that's pretty cool. But it is time to rock and roll. There's more med out there for us to explore.
So we've been uploading a new video every single week for the past 8 years now. Dan and I joke around sometimes and say that running a YouTube channel on a boat is basically sitting around the world and search for the best Wi-Fi network. And we've had to be very creative sometimes about how we are able to upload videos. I swear we could probably start a whole new channel about ways we've uploaded videos on YouTube. But today, everything changes. Today, we have a new system that will make a big difference in how we upload our videos and how our YouTube channel actually operates. So we figured while we're sailing to Menorca, today will be a really good opportunity to show you guys around our system and how we've been able to, over the years, turn our boat into basically our floating YouTube studio.
Alright, so I should probably preface this with, I'm not an IT expert. I don't know anything about wireless networks or how to properly set them up. And what we've been building over the course of the last 2 years has been bits and pieces over the course of a long time. So, there's no way I'm going to remember the names of all these little bits of kit or what they do. That's really bright sunshine. I'm going to hang out down here because the sun is like laser beaming my eyes. The reality is, as much as we live off-grid and we try to be unplugged sometimes, running a YouTube channel, but also just running a business in today's day and age, I mean, everything's connected to the internet, including us. Everything on our boat wants to be connected to the internet, or can be connected to the internet. And so we've been building a system over the past couple of years to make sure we're pretty much always connected, from downloading weather reports and basic email or phone calls, to connecting our VRM and checking on the boat while we're gone, to just checking email, uploading YouTube videos, and also kind of the main core of why our system's been built out the way it is, so that we can get all of this footage backed up and off of the boat. So if anything happens to our boat, we can keep all of our footage, because it's kind of the one thing that's not replaceable. So I'm gonna walk you through the system we built out and sort of how it works. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions, leave them down below. It's gonna be a rolly tour because we're doing this offshore, baby. So our laptops, phones, this NAS, all of that gets connected into our Wi-Fi router, which sits over here. Everything that we have that wants to connect to the internet connects in through that router, including our NAS, which has all of our footage on it. It's directly hardwired into the back of this router so that Kika and I can both work on our laptops and have access to the same database of footage, so we don't have to like burn through all of our old hard drives. And because how it worked before, if we needed a missing clip for a video, is Kika would be editing and I would have a stack of hard drives beside my computer. I'd be plugging them in, searching for missing clips, and then I would airdrop them to her or put them on a thumbstick, and she'd transfer that footage into her hard drive so she could edit, and it was just a mess. So now all of our footage is in the NAS, and we can both work on the same files at the same time. Much better organized and so much smoother workflow. This Wi-Fi router, however, needs to connect to the internet. And there's basically 3 ways we figured how to do that. 4G cell signal, like a hotspot. Wi-Fi, if we're near a marina or somewhere we can pick up Wi-Fi, and satellites. And so we've built our system out so we can connect to all 3 at the same time. And that little box is back here. How am I doing so far?
Great.
Great, okay. All right, come in close, come in close. So behind this secret panel of our radio is our comm station. Back up here we have our Radium Go, which is where we've been connecting to the internet for the past 3 years, just for email, phone calls, and to download weather. So that's, I would consider, the bare minimum amount of needing to connect to the internet. It's been fantastic. As far as we're concerned, #1 piece of safety gear is knowing what the weather's gonna do. And so we wouldn't go sailing offshore without one. But back in the very, very back, way back there, is a little gray box, but it's basically a bridge that allows multiple sources of internet to come in, and then one source of internet to get connected to your Wi-Fi router. It's normally used when you have like dial-up and maybe satellite or DirecTV or something, like satellite internet, so that if one fails, you don't lose the connection and you can keep streaming or using internet or downloading whatever you're doing. And so we've got 3 forms of internet going in the back. We've got a 4G hotspot, we've got a Wi-Fi extension antenna, and now we have satellite internet. So this little box down here is our 4G hotspot, and we can Velcro it off and pop a SIM card in the back of it. And then we can get 4G internet. So anytime we're near a cell tower, so anytime we're within like 10 or 15 miles of land, we can pick that up. Problem with fiberglass is it's a really good insulator, so we have like a basic 4G antenna that's wired outside so that we can just bring that cell signal inside. It's not really a booster, it doesn't really make the signal any stronger, it just allows it to transfer through our fiberglass boat. And what we've been doing, because we have unlimited data on our UK SIM cards, is one of us takes the SIM card out of our phone, sticks it in the back of this thing, and then it spits that internet out through a Ethernet cable into that little black box, which connects to our Wi-Fi router. That works pretty well. It's not the best because cell phone signal is line of sight, so anytime we're like behind a mountain or in a cala somewhere that doesn't have direct line of sight to a cell phone tower, we don't get internet. And obviously anytime we're offshore, we don't get internet. But that's what we've been using mainly while we're in Europe because it's just reliable and it's the fastest internet we have. We do have a Wi-Fi antenna. We haven't really used it much because Wi-Fi at marinas is usually garbage, but we do have it and we have that capability if we ever needed it. But the super sweet part is what came in the box, which we opened at the beginning of this video, and that is our Starlink antenna. That antenna will also get wired into the back of this little black box, and then all of our internet will be coming through one place, which is our main Wi-Fi router, which is really sweet. All right, oh yeah. Everything else is out here. So we'll start, this is like our little 4G antenna. It's a cheap thing from Amazon, and it's really just to bring a regular 4G signal down inside of the boat. It's not an extender, it doesn't boost the signal. Those do exist. There are better versions out there. We haven't found it that necessary because if we're using internet, we're near land anyway. But this works pretty well because it just eliminates the fact that we have a fiberglass boat. And it's just Velcroed onto our pole. The Wi-Fi antenna is currently stored in here because we don't really use it very often. This is our crazy Wi-Fi antenna.
It looks like the Ingewood.
It looks like an alien.
It looks like the upside down Ingewood robot.
This is power over Ethernet, so it only has one cable coming into it, and it's got 4G and 5G signal capabilities. We did set it up, it does work. It's a bit tricky when Wi-Fi networks are password protected at marinas, but it does work, and if we ever needed it, we have that capability. But normally it just gets stored in the cockpit locker because we don't use it very often. And now we might not use it hardly ever, because the real meat on the sauce, the real cake on the plate, what other ones did you say?
The real nail in the park.
Nail in the coffin?
No, nail in the park.
the nail in the park.
The nail in the park.
The real sauce, the real meat of this video, the real reason why we're even making this video, the real thing that we're super excited about now, because we are 20 miles offshore, 0 cell phone signal, and we're still have the fastest internet we've ever had. It's sitting up on our solar panels.
Da 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 da. Do do do.
Ta-da!
I really should be doing the other way.
I'm here.
Such a bad idea.
I'm here. This is such a bad idea. We should be wearing life jackets.
I know.
So this is our Starlink dish. We just got in the mail last week and we've been testing it out at the marina, and today is the time to take it offshore and test it. I'm not sure if like officially it's meant for offshore because they do have a marine version. It's insanely expensive for good reason. This is just the RV version. And it's a little bit smaller, it uses a little bit less electricity, but so far it's been holding up well. We've been testing it and streaming and live streaming and video calling all day. As long as it's pointing north, like every time we tack or jibe, it reorients itself. But so far it's been working really, really well. And it's by far the fastest internet we've had, especially offshore. It's been pretty sweet. This obviously isn't where it's gonna be installed permanently, but we don't have the little bracket we need to install it. So right now it's just lashed down onto our solar panels and it's doing just fine.
So
Take this sunglasses.
now the secret's out.
Now we can scroll on Instagram in the middle of the ocean.
Well, we keep saying that we're sailing around the world for searching for the best Wi-Fi.
We pretty much
right?
found it. I think the best Wi-Fi is now on our boat.
There's no more search.
Yeah,
The search is over.
I
We
mean,
have it
in the
on our
beginning,
boat.
like we didn't even have unlimited data on our SIM cards at the beginning. We were paying like $25 per gig, and a video was about 2 gigs. In the beginning, that was like a lot of money. We could like eat on $25 a week. And so yeah, it's constantly and progressively gotten better over the years. And the last like 2 years or so, when we knew Starlink was coming, we've sort of been slowly like building up our system on board to eventually have a fully integrated system, knowing this was the last link. Starlink, last link. Satellite internet before was very, very expensive. I mean, it existed, but it would have cost us, you know, $7,000-$10,000 a month or something like that. And now it's $100 a month. So it's like the same we're paying for our cell phone bill, and it's super fast, way faster than anything that's been around before.
Well,
So,
it's not just that it's fast, it's that we actually have access to
yeah,
it.
we've had internet on the boat just fine when we're near land. Before, in the last like 2-3 years, we've kind of always had good internet near land. But now we have good internet near land that's not near a cell phone tower.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
And I think the real difference is going to be backing up our footage, because
Yeah.
the footage that we have is probably the most valuable asset we have on our boat, and we have 0 backup for it. We don't have a backup on shore. Our backup is in a Pelican case inside our boat.
It's all of our old hard drives. We have like 10 of them maybe, old hard drives, just in a Pelican case, right beside our grab bag. So we can get the grab bag and the Pelican case and get in a life raft, and at least we'll have our old footage. We really need to get at least that off the boat. Like, you can buy another backpack, you can buy more clothes, you can buy another camera. Like, these are all things that like you can get again. But what we've shot over the last 8 years, we can't. And so, yeah, definitely having that off the boat is going to be like a huge layer of stress, like off our shoulders. And I know that we're probably freaking out for Starlink for our own reasons, but it's also going to be really nice just to be able to like have better connection with Zoom calls and internet calls and searching for things when like, how do you fix a thing? Like, I have so many manuals downloaded onto the iPad, so we have access to them if something happens, we don't have connection to the internet. But then it's hours and hours of searching through. It's so much easier just to Google stuff. I think
true.
we're gonna have to be careful not to be connected to the internet all the time, because like we've enjoyed being unplugged on passages before. It kind of like recharges you in a way.
I'm so excited to be playing video games offshore. Hey guys, yeah, I got you. Are we gonna drop? Res me, I'm dead. Res me. Give me that banana. We have Starlink now, so why not? The reality is we're connected all the time, which
Yeah.
means knowing how we operate, we're going to be working all the time, because we're
Yeah.
going to be, working on projects, working on Zoom calls, working on uploading videos.
This
and
sail's a great example. We've been testing the Starlink on this sail, and it's only a 12-ish hour sail. We've been at it now for 8 hours, and like we've been working the whole time, like editing and uploading and replying to comments and reading emails, because normally we do all that stuff the day before we leave. But this time we were like, yeah, it's fine, we'll just do it offshore. I mean, it's been an enjoyable sail. It's been a nice, comfortable sail. We've had like calls, we've had meetings. We're gonna be doing a live stream with patrons later just to test it out.
Speaking of live chat.
We're going live soon.
We're going to be using this camera in order to do our live chat. So we're going to sign off from this, and
we'll see you guys.
we'll see you when
in
we're
Menorca.
Yeah, in Menorca. Welcome to the very first live chat
On board Uma.
on board Uma
On
at
board
sea.
offshore.
Oh, the sun is setting.
Look
at that.
For everyone watching this after this post, I don't know how long we're going to be live for. Who knows? I don't know how long we're going to be live for. It might just be dead.
We'll be back.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Good job. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Is this your new office?
You know, not that this can't be real. You know, this is a very realistic view of working on a boat while sailing around the world.